Installing a condensing boiler is essentially similar to installing other boilers from the Grant range. You'll be familiar with the components, settings and adjustments, as many of these are identical to those you find in Grant's non-condensing models. For example, the same familiar Riello RDB burners are used. In this section, however, we'll highlight those installation practices which differ from the installation of a Grant non-condensing boiler. From your point of view, there are three main things to consider. First, you need to select the right type of flue. Second, you need to install pipework to dispose of the condensate. And third, you have to set the primary flow and return water temperatures at the correct level so that condensing occurs. We'll begin by looking at the flue system requirements. In most cases, a balanced or room-sealed flue type will be selected as most suitable and convenient. Conventional or orange flues can be used where appropriate. The actual Grant flue system you select will be, as in other installations, dictated by the boiler size and the specific on-site layout. You'll definitely need the flue to be corrosion resistant, sealed at every joint, and capable of returning the condensate to the boiler. As you've seen, Grant offer easily fitted flue systems that meet these essential criteria. They're suitable for every model and installing situation. Our second consideration is disposal of the condensate. Condensate is collected at the rear of the condensing heat exchanger. There's an outlet on the left-hand side where you connect your disposal pipe. Condensate is slightly acidic, and so all pipework and fittings carrying this fluid must be plastic and, you've guessed it, steel or copper must under no circumstances be used. The condensate trap, supplied with the boiler, must be fitted in this line, as the disposal pipework is effectively part of the flue system, and will therefore carry flue gases. None of the pipework should be smaller than 22 mm, and should in certain circumstances be larger. For example, if your condensate pipe runs outside of the building, it could be subject to freezing in cold weather. Here, Grant recommends using a larger waste pipe size, such as 32 mm, so that some freezing can occur without blocking the pipe. To dispose of the condensate, there are three main options available. First, you can take the condensate into the soil stack, either directly or via an existing waste pipe. Second, you can route through a wall into an outside gully or drain. Here you should use a 32 mm pipe and keep the exterior piping as short as possible, as this outside section will be at risk of freezing. And third, you can take the condensate outside the building into a soakaway. Here you would dig a pit in the garden, which is lined with lime chippings. These neutralize the acidic condensate, but remember that a soakaway must always be sited well clear of the building's footings and should comply with local building control requirements. The third consideration for an installer is the system setup. Here, to achieve the maximum efficiency possible, you'll need to adjust the flow temperature to achieve a return temperature at which condensing can occur. For a Vortex boiler connected to a radiator system, you should set up the flow temperature at around 70 degrees centigrade and balance the system to give a return temperature of some 50 degrees centigrade. For those seeking the very lowest running cost from their condensing boiler, Grant have developed their new and totally unique efficiency optimizer. This optional device comprises a motorized valve with sensors coupled to a control box. The Grant Efficiency Optimizer measures a range of temperatures including inside and outside of the house, the boiler's flow and return, plus the mix. This enables it to automatically adjust the flows so that the boiler operates consistently in condensing mode. With underfloor installations, the flow and return temperatures should be at around 50 and 40 degrees centigrade respectively. Fully illustrated and detailed instructions covering all aspects of installation can be found in the user, installation and servicing instructions provided with every boiler. Finally, we should point out that, with their enlarged heat exchanger area, condensing boilers will still operate at extremely